Alright, let's go. Journal entry added, items lost. From what? Don't understand what happened. Guess I'm gonna help. Let's go. I feel a little bad because, I mean, not all these guys were slavers, you know? Oh, these were... Oh, I don't even know if I can do that side quest now. Because that's where the traitors were. And if we're killing everybody, then I can't complete the side quest. Ah, that's annoying. I should have foreseen that, but that's annoying. Wookiee guard. Yep, looks like they took care of everybody. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna see if I can reload a save and do that side quest. I'm back at the computer again and trying a different field of questions, so these might prove interesting. Who built this installation?
Error. Corruption. Extrapolating. This utility was built to monitor planet-wide agricultural reformation. It has since malfunctioned. It can be theorized that the supergrowth of Kashyk's forests is a direct result.
Well, that is surprising. I doubt any Wookiee would support such a claim. The forest is millennia old.
Malfunction occurred 241 years after last builder communication. Last builder communication, 29,642 years before current Republic standard.
Huh. Well, duh, it predates the Republic. I already said that. Why was agricultural reformation needed?
Agricultural record indicates this planet was incapable of sustaining sufficient levels of production. Error. Specific conditions corrupted. It can be theorized that produce was being exported to support a larger demand.
That's a short period for adaptation of native creatures.
Error. Records corrupted. It can be theorized that bioseeding allowed the ecology to remain balanced. It could be expected that the same energy feeding the trees of Kashyk also accelerated the evolution of various species. No further information is available. There is too much corrupted data.
More questions.
Accessing. I will answer as my...
Okay. Who installed this hollow interface?
This interface was installed to better access the ancient data stored within the pre-existing system. The exact date is unavailable. Programming keys indicate no earlier than 5 years before current Republic standard.
5 years ago. I didn't notice it. This must have been installed in strictest secrecy. Couldn't have been circa.
No other information on time of installation or identity of user available. Likelihood of removal by user, 100%.
Huh. 5 years ago is about the time Revan passed away.
Error. Data regarding subject Revan corrupted.
Ah, interesting. Who last accessed this installation?
Sorting by identity. 3 attempts by the Wookiee Freyer, all denied. 152 attempts by human Jolie Bindo, all denied.
Call me stubborn, I guess. There wasn't much else to do around here.
Error. List of access attempts prior to these is corrupted. Likelihood of removal by user, 100%.
Huh. Any further contact with the installer of this interface?
That information is unavailable, but contact is not required for the execution of my programming. Scanning range of this facility is well beyond planetary boundaries.
Alright, I have more questions.
Accessing.
What is the current function? Well, what is the original function?
Error. Corruption. Extrapolating. This utility was built to monitor planet-wide agricultural reformation. It has since malfunctioned. It can be theorized.
Okay.
Well, that is...
I know this. Let's go back. Oh, why was reform... Oh, we already asked that one.
Accessing.
What's the current function of this installation?
The current purpose of this installation is defense.
Defense of what?
Error. That information is not available.
Oh. Okay.
Answer will be given within the...
I want to access the star map. So this is just gonna follow what you've already seen. So I will end the recording here and see you again in a little bit. Alright, we're gonna take care of that side quest. Huh. Oh, okay. I thought only one of them was here, but they're both here.
Hello again. What can I do for you, most valued customer?
Valued until you can't pay.
You hurt me, Matten. It's the debt of your crew that keeps you here, not me.
I found this droid head. Can I ask you about it?
Droid head? On Kashyyyk? Let me see that.
It's nothing. I'm certain. Just garbage from the forest floor.
Mere rubbish. It's DAO2, the repair droid from my ship. What was this doing in the forest?
What do I care? It recorded an ambush. Someone yells Eli's name.
Eli, you snake. You said my crew jacked the ship without paying the repair bill.
Well, that is... It's not how it looks. You see, a good mechanic is hard to find, and...
And what? I thought I owed you. You tricked them into the Shadowlands and killed them while I fixed your freighter in orbit.
Kill him, you know he deserves it. Yeah, violence won't help.
Now keep your head, Matten. It was just business.
No. Actually, no. I hope the Wookiees tear him apart. But, hey, Matten.
That Thalian bog slime. Do you know I've been here 36 days slaving to pay a debt in good faith?
He won't last long hiding in the Shadowlands.
Well, I could have shot out his legs and let him crawl around for a while, but I consider this far more merciful.
Maybe. So what will you do now? Ooh, I like this one. His reputation shot someone honest could take over.
Well, there's not much for me to do but stay here. I've no ship, so I may as well make a few credits. Yeah, it'll probably take a while to convince Eli's suppliers that I'm the new boss, but eventually I'll buy my way off this rock.
In that case, let's see what's for sale.
Alright then. Actually, I feel like I owe you something. Here, take a few credits. If you spend it here, all the better. I think things are looking up.
Okay, and I'm not gonna buy from him. But I need to go put Freyr back in the chieftain spot, and the next time you see me will be on the Ebon Hawk. Let's talk to Canderous.
Yeah, what do you want?
Do you have any more stories?
I don't have as many strange stories like the last one I told you, but I do have a couple about me and the stuff I've done. In one battle above the world of Althir, my unit managed to defeat a force of Althiri 10 times our own size. That battle gained me command of an entire subsect of my clan.
So tell me what happened.
For 5 days, they had managed to hold off our forces, keeping us to the outer rings of their world, preventing us from attacking it directly. My task was to assault one of their flanks with a false attack. The Althiri would be drawn out by the units I had sent in. Once they had surrounded those units, the bulk of my forces would attack from the rear and defeat them in detail.
And did it work?
Things didn't go as I had planned. I saw an opening, a mistake they had made in the disposition of their forces, and took it. While fending off our main force, they had let their fleet split in two. The center of their entire fleet was left exposed. I turned my forces and assaulted the center of their fleet, decimating them.
What did they do?
Their slow, ponderous ship could not turn to face us without being overwhelmed. The command vessels were destroyed in seconds. Their ranks were thrown into chaos. It was amusing to watch the surviving ships scatter and flee. Several even tried to dive through the plane of the rings to escape us. They were shredded by the rings, or crashed into rocks, or were destroyed by our forces as we pursued them. Warriors do not flee from a battle if they are losing. They fight to the end, as we did against your Jedi Revan. Another time, maybe, I'll tell you about how the war with the Republic went. For now, let's just get on with things. Is there something else you want to know?
No, I'm good.
Your choice.
And we already talked to HK.
Yeah, what do you want?
Do you have any more stories?
I think I'll tell you a bit about the recent war we had with the Republic. That might be more familiar to you. The one where Jedi Revan beat my people. We started by conquering worlds outside the Republic. We did it quietly so the Republic wouldn't really know what was going on until it was too late. When we finally did hit the Republic worlds, they had no idea we were coming. We came in through 3 invasion corridors in adjacent sectors. Anyone who put up a fight, or wouldn't fight, was crushed. We razed whole worlds trying to provoke the Republic into fighting us. I don't particularly enjoy wiping out worlds for its own sake, but the cowardly tactics the Republic defenders used left us little choice.
What do you mean?
Hiding in the homes of civilians, using families as shields, thinking we would not use appropriate force on their bases inside major cities. They underestimated our resolve, and what measures are acceptable in war. Those who cannot defend themselves should not be around those who can in battle. If annihilating a city is the kind of power it takes to overwhelm a Republic shield device, then that's what we did. Necessary force to destroy all opposition.
You could have found another way.
I have no time or patience for cowards. They deserve to be hunted down and exterminated like vermin. There was no honor in wiping them out like rats. But some of your forces did redeem the Republic in our eyes. Especially later.
How did they redeem themselves?
Later, when Revan had joined the war. But we'll get back to that. We've wasted too much time already. Is there something else you want to know?
I want to know the story.
Your choice. I'm here.
Ooh, I can probably talk to Zalbar now. Here you are. Do you have anything to say about yourself? Can I ask you about yourself? I'm sorry we didn't stay on Kashyyyk longer. Oh, why did you request to take the sword anyway? So he says he has a lot to learn, and taking the sword was part of that. Sorry we couldn't stay longer. So he says he'll know he'll be welcomed back this time, so he's fine with that. I wish you well. Yeah, so he really doesn't have much to say. Pretty much learned all I needed on his planet, I guess. Juhani?
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan?
Do you want to talk?
What is it you would like to speak to me about?
Tell me more about yourself.
Well, I suppose I have not talked very much about the Jedi I met back home. They, all of them, were so very invigorating.
What do you mean?
They were so very alive, so full of hope and energy and zeal. In retrospect, I can see it was a little bit tragic.
Tragic?
Well, yes. These Jedi were going to fight the Mandalorians just after they had invaded. Many of those Jedi perished in the fighting, but to us, they seemed invincible. Especially their leader, who they talked about all the time. Paragons of light and justice, sweeping away all iniquity before them. It was like looking at gods.
I do look divine. But the Jedi are not gods.
I know that. I was using poetic license. But those Jedi, they were enthralling. Everyone wanted just to touch them. Some people thought it would bring them luck. Not that the peace they brought lasted very long.
What happened?
The Jedi left. The people grew complacent. Those who had been wronged saw their chance at revenge. And so the cycle continues. The oppressed become the new generation of oppressors. The human oppressed, that is. The non-humans were never treated well in any case. We felt the brunt of both administrations.
Well, everyone's capable of intolerance.
Yes. But humans seem the most pervasive, the most consistent. They took their frustrations and hates out on us because the people they wanted had already fled or were too well protected. But no one looks out for the injustices we suffered. Oh no. But I am sorry. I should not have outbursts like that.
Well, as long as you don't let your anger influence you, I think it's fine.
Don't you see? The very fact I mentioned it means it has its influence. Anger can lead to the dark side, and I must be ever careful that I do not fall back into those ways. I thank you for your support. My outburst was uncalled for, but you did not lash back at me. You are a much better Jedi than I, it would seem. But let us not speak more of this now. We should continue on our journey. Perhaps later we will talk again.
I would argue that bottling anger up and suppressing it is worse than, having the occasional outburst and realizing that it's wrong. Do you have anything else to say?
Yes. What is it?
Is something wrong?
I have been bothered by something of late.
And what is that?
I never told you where I came from, did I? Where I grew up as a child? I suppose I was trying to deny what I was feeling.
Are you hitting on me? What?
I have been wrestling with my feelings inside. Trying to come to terms with it, but I find I cannot. I must have someone to blame. Someone to blame for the destruction of my homeworld. Someone who is responsible for the death of everyone I have ever known, except those on Dantooine.
What are you saying?
Taris. It was Taris that the Sith destroyed to try to kill you and your precious Bastila. Taris, my homeworld.
I thought you hated your homeworld. I'm sorry, Johanny, I didn't know.
If it were not for you and Bastila, the Sith would have never had reason to destroy that world. It was your fault for being there, and your fault for rescuing Bastila. Without your intervention, the Sith would have had no cause to lay waste to my childhood.
I think you need to put blame where blame actually goes, which is not on me and Bastila, but the Sith?
Just let me vent my anger. I need someone to blame. Something. Anything. I hated that world. Yet everything I learned as a child, I learned there. It is as much a part of me as the air I breathe. I have this ache inside me, where all my childhood memories lay, and I find your face there with them. If it was not for you, that world would still exist.
If you need blame, put the blame on the right people. You need to calm down.
There is no emotion. There is peace. I suppose you did what you had to, and it could not have been avoided. The Republic needs you and Bastila. Maybe needs you more than it needed Taris. But it is so hard to lose your entire past. You would not understand.
Actually, I would. But, not yet anyway. You'll be fine. Just, you know, channel your anger correctly.
Yes. Yes, I suppose it will. As long as we remain focused on our task, it will. I am sorry. I will try not to distract you in the future with my trivial experiences. We should stop for now.
I'm out of time! So we will continue talking next time. See you then!